It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Cincinnati.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down by John Johnson. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
15-yard line.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. As they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. On first down. Mixon. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here on the jet sweep. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe
and mentioned it already, on the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run again on 1st down. Chubb, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 18. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort. Now Burrow on 1st down.
And now he'll tuck it and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third and 2, now Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
First and 10, Joe Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
And it brings up third down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On third down, Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A disappointing ending sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd down, Burrow. Being chased out left. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit. Lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They run. Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 51 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. A little bit, things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. Give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, 51 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. Fights it. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 22-yard line.
2nd down and 8. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake, because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Taken in at the 3.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 right at the 40. They toss it left side to Chubb. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Finding room inside the 40 and down to the 27-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Browns get a score closer. Well, after their wild card round game, and now they're going to fake it. This is the tight end, Njoku. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark, got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will have a first down at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
At the 21-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Mayfield to throw it. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he loses the football a second time. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up, and it's a fumble. Down the numbers. There he goes. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bengals 48, Browns 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That one is caught by Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. One last shot for Mayfield here. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.